Let's focus on this engine here. We're gonna go ahead and actually pull it off. There's quite a bit of things I gotta do. We have some pipes here, and we have some electrical components. These electrical components are just all over the place, so we're just going to place them there. So we have this vacuum line here. Okay, we're just gonna unplug this vacuum line. I don't want these things to break. There's more electronics that's back there. So we have this fuel filter holder. I believe it's an E10 type of socket. So let's go ahead and actually try to remove it. No, it's an E12. So the good thing is, I mean, you get a couple basic tools in here, guys, you'll be able to disassemble the whole engine. So there's that one. I mean, we're gonna need an extension. That's about it. Where is my extension? Here it is. I mean, this, I think, where a wobble socket would be a good idea to have. Obviously, things are really close back there. It's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, extend it just a little bit more, and we will add one of the sockets that will be able to work at an angle. So let's see what this is gonna do. And I'm really not a fan of using these, especially with an air. But it seems like it's doing the trick. Okay, so we lost that bolt. So here's another really crowded space there. I don't use these wobble sockets. This is actually not wobble sockets. These are just little add-ons, but I don't use them that often. But I kind of thought it's gonna get broken. So here's a fuel filter holder. I don't know if these things go bad or not, but I do have it if anybody needs it. So what do we have? So now we have this thing here. Let's see, I'll just probably, I mean, I would like to use something like this to remove it. But it's okay. I really don't want to be looking for tools here. So we're just going to use an old school Tamper method. Oh, it is rotating. I did actually get it in there. Okay, let's see if we could actually twist it to where we could see it. Yeah, there you go. We could actually see this little pipe now. Okay. These things really, after a while, they get welded. As you can see, guys, I'm having a lot more harder time pulling off a piece of rubber hose than I am with actually disassembling this entire engine. Okay. Well, one thing's for sure. It did not break. This little piece of pipe did not break, which is good. It's a good thing. So now we have the motor mounts. They're being held down by over there. So the main one is being held on here, and it is quite a heavy piece for us to actually remove it. Let's see. However, I will attempt at removing it. But I really don't want to damage any of these lines. So we're just gonna go ahead and find one that fits this. Go ahead and actually remove it. I do have an engine puller. It's not assembled yet, but I will at least go ahead and actually remove the engine, and we could consider, well, these bolts, we could consider that you could just take this here and just go ahead and actually lift it out of here. Like with the chain. I do want to say this, guys. This is your negative battery terminal, and a lot of times these things get rusted out, so you can actually replace it. You'll have to pull this bolt out, and you'll have to pull that one out. I mean, you could mount it right here, or you could just add another one to the engine. The way I do it is I go from the firewall where you see all those where the negative cable goes, and there's a bunch of wires, and mount it anywhere on an engine where you feel that it's convenient, because you need a good ground for your engine to start. So let's take a look at the bottom of the engine. So I think using a lift is actually going to be a really good idea, because I don't want to damage the crankshaft. But anyways, let's go ahead and actually find a proper bolt. See which one it is. Wow, surprisingly 18, it's a little wobbly. So wow, really surprised that it's actually much smaller. I really did not expect it. That's a 19, that's a 17. So it looks like we're gonna be using a 17. So let's go ahead and shrink this little setup down, and let's go ahead and actually remove this bolt. I don't understand something. What? 18 was loose, but 17 is not going on. That does not make much sense. Yeah, you see? 18 is a little bit loose. I mean, how could this be? 18 is loose, but the 17, I mean, is this even the right socket? There's a big difference. Yeah, 17 does not even go on. I mean, is it possible that they used inches on this? I mean, they could have. If they're all, it was assembled in Charleston, they could have used it. Let's see. Let me just use this 17 socket just to for good measure. No. So be what? In inches equivalent. Here's an 11/16, which is a star. It's kind of on there, but being that it's a star, it's not ideal. And I have a bunch of inches sockets in here. So I'm very curious to know. This is a 11/16. It kind of goes only on the very top. Okay, this is not important. So ultimately, what we're going to be using is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to use, that's too big, we're just going to use an 18. So, and this is an 18. Okay. So 18 worked just fine. So we have this piece that's down there. Seems like some kind of piece that's used for mounting other wires and stuff, that goes a little bit before the actual ground. So that is that. Now I will go ahead and actually remove a couple of these bolts, and let's actually observe this now. Look how much play there is. This is 18, and then we have a 17, which is right here. 17 does not even go in, so some kind of inches socket. So hard to believe, so hard to believe. And with the inches, whatever I had, it didn't really work too well. But anyways, guys, we're just at the point where we got to pull the engine. And basically it's just sitting on top of these motor mounts. We just have to lift it up, and I would recommend using an engine type of hoist to actually lift this. Get it a little bit deeper in. Like this. So as I said, everybody's gonna need to adjust this how they want it. Now this is probably not a good idea to pick it up on. It's gonna actually flip the engine over, but it's okay. It's just a mounting bracket. Let's see if we can even lift it up by it. Yeah, so I just came off the motor mount, one of them. And we're kind of out of space. Basically need to start maneuvering it out a little bit. And I'm not really doing it correctly, guys, because you would obviously need a chain and really get it up close to the engine and get it out. But from what I could see, trying to remove an engine like this, a hood is going to be right in the way. So probably a good idea to remove the hood. But for what it's worth, this is exactly how I want things, because I need to take some pictures of this portion. So this is going to be good enough for me. So when you're done, you can just simply return that over here. So guys, this is what the engine looks like. My name is Serge Zimaleta. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now, I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter expedite their business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.